Hey folks, hope you're doing well today. Apologies if you can hear the lawnmower outside. I think my neighbor's cutting their grass. Wanted to show you a couple of things that I got authenticated, a couple of autographs that I got authenticated last week from JSA, and show a few BGS cards that finally got back 3 months later from Beckett. Going to start off with the autographs. I'd had these things, I'd had a lot of autographs just sitting in the storage unit since I moved to Texas last year, and went through a few of the things a couple of weeks ago because last Friday JSA was going to be at my local card shop, and I picked out a few things that I felt really good about. Uh, there were a couple of things I wasn't comfortable about. I'm fairly certain one or two things I looked at are fakes, but I decided to submit this Sandy Koufax litho photo thingy, and it looked pretty good, and it did come back authentic. Got the sticker, got the little certificate there. The way that I determined what to send was, one, it had to have a strong signature. So I'm not great on weak signatures or faded signatures, but when the signature is strong and it looks like it flows well, a lot of times on the fake autographs you'll see looks like someone stopped several times over the course of the signature. If it looks fairly fluid, like it was done quickly, then that's usually a good sign. So the Sandy Koufax, I'm excited about this. It's an 8x10. I'll probably get that framed at some point and hang it when we move into our new house in the next few months. And then the second thing I got authenticated, actually, my bad, the certificate for that Koufax was on the back. This certificate goes for this bat, which was signed by Stan the Man Musial. It is a nice Louisville Slugger. It does have the sticker. You can't really see it right there, but it's on the knob. Good looking bat. It's going to be upside down for now. The cards I got back from BGS, I get notifications. Well, let me tell you the story. So it took 3 months, and I got the notification, a text yesterday that, and I didn't look at my phone for a few minutes, and I finally looked at it, and it said that the package from Beckett Grading Services had been delivered. And I thought, well, I didn't see anybody walk up to the house because my home office is an area where I sort of look out over the front lawn. And so I walked out, there was no package. I looked, and you had to sign for the package, and it had someone's initials for the signature. So I was getting kind of antsy about it. Came back into the house, was in the midst, or was on hold with FedEx when I saw the FedEx truck drive by or just go down the road, and I had about a 5 or 10 second internal debate. Do I want to go after it? Do I want to not? I decided to hightail it out of the house and run down the road, and he stopped. He didn't stop for me. He stopped, I think, to look for my house because he had a small package in his hand that looked like a Beckett box. And when he turned around, I yelled out if he was looking for me or the address. I can't remember what I said, but he said, "Yeah, I was trying to drive around and because I misdelivered it the first time." And it kind of made me upset because it was signed. He signed. I guess he signed for it. I don't know. I know during the COVID thing, if it has signature required, some drivers are signing for it when they drop it off at your house, and I don't like that at all because if they put it at the wrong house, it's been signed for, so you might be SOL there. I don't know. I don't like that policy if it is a policy. But got a few grades back from BGS. Took 3 months. One of them kind of disappointing, but I might crack it and resubmit to PSA. It was this Royce Lewis, came back a 9. This auto out of 2017 Chrome. Good subgrades except for the surface. The only thing I could see on the surface is a very small dimple in the refraction right here, or in the gloss maybe right here. I don't think you can even see it on the camera. But I think those subgrades probably warrant trying it with PSA. And if nothing else, I'd prefer to have it in a PSA case. There's it looks like a scratch right here. That's on the interior of the case. You can see when you turn it a certain way, there's a shadow under that. But I am going to crack that and resubmit it to PSA. It's worth $15 to me just to have it in the PSA, even if it's a 9. This next card I was pleasantly surprised with. I thought it would get a 9 on the corners. this Rafael Devers, who is picking up steam as of late. But it came back a 9.5 with 9.5 on the corners and 9 on centering. So the corners kind of surprised me on that. But glad to get that in a 9.5. I don't remember what I paid for that. This next card, I do know what I paid for. I paid, I believe, well, I think I do. I think I paid $90 for it. Sometime back in the June or May or June time frame, because this package went out in June. But this was like a $150 card in a BGS 9.5 at the time. Now it's over 500, probably 750. This Mookie Betts got a 9.5 with, it's a minimum 9.5 with a 9 on the surface, but which kind of surprised me. I don't know what the issue is with the surface. I actually sent this to BGS because I thought it might get a 9 on the edges, and the edges got a 9.5 because it did look like there was a rough cut on one of the sides, on one of the edges. But excited that came back at 9.5. Excited that this came back at 9.5. I will try with PSA to see if I can get that 9. If nothing else, just get it into a PSA 9 case. And then super excited about the Sandy Koufax. If you don't know anything about Sandy Koufax, read about him. He really didn't hit his stride. He's still involved in the Dodgers organization. He played from 55 to 66. He and Don Drysdale were the first, I think, $100,000 contracts in baseball. He really didn't hit his stride until about 59 or 60. So over about a 6-year period, he just dominated pitching. I mean, he was amazing. Refused to play on Yom Kippur, I think that's the story. Yeah. There's a good book about him that I read. I want to say the lady's name is, I'm drawing a blank on her name. She wrote a book about Mickey Mantle too, and that book was really good. The book about him by her gets kind of technical in the pitching aspects of it, but I want to say her last name's Leahy, maybe. That's probably wrong. But awesome pitcher, late 50s, 60s. Excited to get that. Excited to get Stan the Man Musial's bat authenticated. He was always an underrated player to me. Had like 3,600 hits. I read one time that he returned part of his salary. I think it was after the 59 or 60 season. He returned like $25,000 of his salary, which was a big sum at the time, because he didn't feel he lived up to the potential or lived up to the expectations that particular year, even though I think he hit right around 300 or just under 300. So yeah, great baseball players. Don't know what I'll do with the bat. I have a few in storage authenticated that I'd love to get on some kind of display, but any kind of bat display is going to take up a lot of space. I have to one, find a place to do it. Two, get the wife's okay. So don't know what I'll do with this, but I am going to definitely have the Koufax framed and put up in the new house once we move into our little office space up there. So that's what I've got. Hope you're having a great day. I have a PSA order, huge submission that's supposed to be here tomorrow. Won't have a video up for it tomorrow. I'll probably have that video up on Friday. Got a mail day that I'll try to do Saturday because I want to show it because I've got a trade that's also coming in tomorrow. And I want to talk about the trade because it was a basketball for baseball thing. So I want to talk about that a little bit. But till then, hope you have a great day. Hope you've had a great week, and I will see you soon.